She married a rich but stingy man. In a small Yoruba village, there lived a beautiful young woman named Adunni, admired by many for her beauty and grace. Her suitors came from far and wide, but none could win her heart. One day, a wealthy man named Olumide appeared. He was not only rich, but he had a reputation for being powerful and influential. Despite warnings from the village elders about his stingy nature, Adunni was captivated by his charm and the promise of a life of luxury. She agreed to marry him, hoping that with time, his stinginess would soften. The wedding was grand, with drummers playing bata, women dancing in colorful aso-oke, and the elders singing praises of the couple. But soon after the celebrations, the true nature of Olumide began to unfold. Though he owned vast lands, gold, and cattle, Olumide was unwilling to share even the smallest luxuries with Adunni. Every day, Adunni would rise early, wearing the same faded iro and buba because her husband refused to buy her new clothes. He would eat lavish meals in private, while Adunni was left to cook simple, plain dishes. Whenever she asked for a small gift, a dress, or even money to visit her family, Olumide would scowl and say, "Money doesn't grow on trees." Adunni, once full of life, grew weary. Her friends began to notice her fading beauty and asked her what was wrong, but she was too ashamed to speak of her husband's stinginess. The conflict between them deepened as Olumide's hoarding became more unbearable. One fateful day, during the village market day, Adunni found herself in a heated argument with Olumide. He had refused to give her money to buy food, even though his bags of rice and yams overflowed. In her frustration, she cried out in front of the entire village, "How can a man so rich be so poor in heart?" The crowd gathered, murmuring and shaking their heads in disapproval. The elders stepped forward, their faces stern. "Olumide, you have brought shame upon yourself by dishonoring your wife and withholding what is hers by right." The oldest elder, Baba Akbar, said, "A man's wealth is meaningless if it is not shared with those he loves." Olumide, embarrassed and cornered, tried to defend himself, but the villagers would not hear of it. They began to chant, "Give her what she deserves. Give her what is hers." Realizing that he could no longer hide his stinginess, Olumide reluctantly handed over money and gifts to Adunni in front of everyone. But the damage had already been done. Adunni, with tears in her eyes, said, "A heart that does not give is a heart that cannot love. I married a rich man, but I found poverty in his soul." With that, she left Olumide, returning to her family. The story of Adunni and her stingy husband became a warning to all in the village. Wealth without generosity is like a well without water, useless in times of need. Moral lesson: true wealth is found in the heart, not in possessions. Generosity and love go hand in hand, and a relationship cannot thrive without both. Do not withhold good from those to whom it is due when it is in your power to act.